All right, everybody, what is up? I know this might be a pretty big surprise. You know, it kind of is for myself as well. It's been goodness. It's been probably over 2 years since I think I streamed directly. Now I just post all my reviews and stuff on Backlog and Goodreads and etc. So I really just this is one of the problems that happens when you become an adult and get an adult job. I guess I will update on that. I'm proud to say that I did get my dream job, and I have been very, very busy, hence why no streaming. And honestly, with the rate that I'm working, it might not ever happen again. Besides the occasional reviews, in this job, I completed my first job last week, so as a result of which, I have a little bit of downtime, and I was gifted this, so I have played quite a bit on it, and I only have time to stream for maybe an hour or so, but I want to go ahead and show you guys what's up, the differences between this and the first game, which obviously, for those of you guys who have been watching for a while, first off, thank you. Second off, you guys know I hated the first one with a burning passion. I think my final score of that game was maybe a 6.5, and this right now is sitting at about a 9.6 maybe. So we're going to talk about the differences, and what they did right, what they've done wrong, and etc. So my mic probably is going to sound atrocious. I'm on my McDonald's Wi-Fi and my Xbox 360 mic. Because I can't hook up to my computer, so unfortunately you guys aren't getting any of the ASMR, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So as you guys can see, 17 hours in, and I am at under Junon, the point in which you meet, I don't actually sound too bad, or good, I'm very surprised by that. This is under Junon. We'll explore here first. But I do want to show you guys everything first, and then we're going to go ahead and go on from there. So, this in the original is where you meet Priscilla and the goat, Mr. Dolphin, who is going to come out right there. That's an electricity tower. You jump on Mr. Dolphin, get to the top, Rufus welcoming ceremony, whatever. So, you guys are obviously going to be surprised to see 17 hours, and I'm literally at under Junon. This maybe takes 30 minutes, 20, 25 if you know what you're doing in the original game. So, I want to go back to something I said in the first game, and I'll just explore and kind of show you guys around while I'm talking. I complained about the first remake because I said, quote, "There's nothing to do that's actually new. There's no exploration whatsoever. You're walking in a hallway for 25, 30 hours. And 15, yes, they did. And I'll go through the menus in a little bit. So you run around for 30 hours. It's held up extensively by this plot, right? In games that are short, in games that are linear, you better be held up by the plot. Final Fantasy X comes to mind as a game that did this right. Linear, no, not necessarily short, depending on what you do. I'll explain that little icon over that kid's head also in a little bit. Good example, right? Final Fantasy X is a great game. It's one of my favorites of all time. Just according to my backlog. So, this fish here is absolutely hilarious because in the original I thought somebody like caught that or something. The first game in this trilogy is not that. It's linear, right? Which should mean that it's held up by its story. And guess what? The story sucks. It's terrible. So it's garbage. The first game just literally takes the original and just slaps it in the face with some weird, too deep for you Kingdom Hearts nonsense. So I complained extensively about the lack of exploration, the lack of an open world in Midgar. You can't even go to the other sectors. It just takes what the original game did and makes it worse. And eventually the combat gets dull. All of those complaints that I have just listed have been fixed in this game. minus maybe the bad story. I haven't actually gotten that far yet, so I don't know what to say to that, but I'm going to explain how they've fixed exactly what my complaints were. So I'll start off with my cons. I'll be a harsh critic. I'm playing this in performance mode because in graphics mode I can only get about 30 FPS, and I am a big FPS guy, especially in action RPGs. That just makes sense, right? You get a constant 60 in performance mode, and that's the only thing really that I am not a fan of this game. Well, there's a couple others I'll get into. But, as you can see, some of the shadows look weird, some of the facial animations look worse than the first game. All in all, the world looks beautiful, but sometimes when you zoom in, it's a little like the door in the first game. I did read an update this morning coming from the development team that they will be fixing this within the next week. So, that's already one of my complaints being answered. So, the other is a lack of real-world foliage and environmental effects. Included in that is a day-night cycle, which I'll get into that in a little bit, why I think they may have done that. But the lack of weather is kind of interesting and a little bit weird. And I'm a big fan of day-night cycles. Octopath Traveler 2 recently strikes me as the game that just absolutely 100% did it right. And this game probably doesn't have a day-night cycle. I'm assuming maybe because it's a very much like a Majora's Mask. That's a really bad comparison, but bear with me. The timing in this game matters, especially in the third act. So if you had day-night cycles, it wouldn't make sense from a plot point. It's like, hold on, the welcoming ceremony is supposed to be tomorrow. Why have now 10 days passed because I'm running around in a circle? So some good things. You can swim. This is quite a surprise. Honestly, I didn't think you were going to be able to swim. You can go decently far out as well, which is pretty cool. Inside, you could find islands that have materia, treasure, etc. And this goes back... Both of these, I've never seen that before. Both of these go back to what I said earlier about a lack of open world in the first game. You could swim. You could literally do whatever you want. I could probably jump on this boat. Maybe there's something in it. I can't jump on the boat, besides the point. The lighting changed pretty heavy there. So eventually you get called off there. You get blocked, but... okay, so that's enough for that. I want to show you guys the outskirts here. Actually, let me open up with the map. Let me go ahead and open up the map here. So this is all I have so far. There's Midgar, obviously, and then we're in the Junon region. Yeah, see, like that, that's just stuff that the first game just lacked. I've never seen that interaction before. Okay, so they have added a bunch of... Okay, so I don't even know where to start. There's so much going on. Okay, I'll start with this. They added a collection thing, as you guys can see here. You have these little guys. Press triangle, you get items there on the right. Well, Delita, what are you supposed to use items for? Those aren't usable. You go over here, and this is 15-esque in a way. You can go ahead and craft. The crafting system's really fluid. I've had zero problems with it. It's kind of fun to go ahead and upgrade some of the equipment that you have. Prime example is here, but I need more materia slots. But I could advance it if I want to. You get XP based off of these, right? And then that in turn levels up your craftsmanship level, as you can see there in the center. Mine is level 8. I don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea what the max is. So they have added that, and it's a really seamless system. I enjoy it a lot, actually. The chocobo catching now is a little bit different. There's no longer a materia for it. Instead, you get like a side quest type thing. And you could, I don't know if you could breed chocobos. I don't know if you get a different one for each region, but you follow tracks and originally it led you here, and then you can go ahead and catch a chocobo. Once you catch it, you go ahead and press R1, and your chocobo for that region comes in. You could deck him out with armor. I got him this. I like the hat. He kind of looks like a... Well, if you take the shield part at the top, you know, maybe he has like a black mage hat there attachment at the start. Not like that. So Obviously, for those of you that played the original, you guys know that the black chocobo is the mountain one. So you run around. This obviously is seamless. The open world battles are going to be demarcated by that little red circle. And I'll go ahead and I'll fight later on. So, you know, oh, can you go ahead and climb up mountains like the original game? Obviously, the black ones could go ahead and climb up mountains. So, from what I've seen, originally, yes, the answer is these are better climbers. They can kind of get to like larger jumps that you can't get to, but they could also go ahead and find items. So you find this little blue question mark, and this is reminiscent of those of you guys that played Final Fantasy IX. This is basically just Chocobo hot and cold. You get that question mark, you go, have him do his little dinosaur, whatever dinosaur that was, used to stick its head underground, and it gets an item. Very simple, and kind of a cool system. Inside of that, you could also find collectibles, which I don't exactly know what they do. I was thinking it's going to be something like the Pirate's Den for Final Fantasy XII, in which you get like a bunch of collectibles and you can kind of look through them. And I'm a completionist. I love that stuff, so I'm kind of hoping that's what it is, but I am yet to see their use. So I want to show you guys the different Chocobo abilities. So, and I almost just killed the entire party. Over here, you can go ahead and see these walls. So, if you have a black chocobo, you can go ahead and climb up these. If you had a regular yellow one, obviously you can't. I have not seen the river nor the green one. I think it was like forest or something in the original is what it's called. So, no idea what those powers are, but I do have a regular one in the calm region, and I have a mountain chocobo here, and it's kind of cool to see them climb up this stuff. Love to see that. We're like 20 minutes into streaming and I've already got a bot, so we made it big. You climb this up, and this once again unlocks more places for the open world. When you see a map like this, it's easy to see why I have almost 20 hours and I'm only literally at under Junon. So let's go ahead now, and I'm going to go ahead and fast travel back to Calm. So something that's interesting, and I think this has to do with the actual loading time of the game, is you can't fast travel in between locations unless they are in your continent. So you might be asking, how do we get to the other continent? You go to a Chocobo Ranch, and I'm assuming every continent's going to have one, and you talk to this guy. Need a lift somewhere. And we're going to go back to the Calm region. This loading time is seamless, by the way. Boom. Now we're in Calm. So, this is actually the Chocobo... I guess I'll show around here. This is a pretty nostalgic location. Or center of a lot of people's trauma who wanted to go ahead and get Knights of the Round. So this is the Chocobo Ranch. I think it looks stunning. I love the theme that they made. I'll kind of get into the music when we go to Calm. But the music so far in this game has been incredible. I have no complaints. And they do something that I've been wanting since Final Fantasy 13-2 as well, which I'm going to go ahead and show you guys here in a second when we get out of here. They added a little bit of background and some story side quest type for all the characters involved here, including, I think it's Billy, Chloe, and I don't remember what the Chocobo leader, grandpa guy's name is, but I think it's Bill. When you do catch a Chocobo, you can go ahead and equip them with stuff that you buy from repairing fast travel points and catching Chocobos. Once again, pretty cool system. So... Oh, I've never even been up here. Okay. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Oh! Probably just make a potion or something. Moogle Metal. Okay, I'll explain how those work as well in this game. And then I'll show some combat as well. So, this is Chloe and then Billy, or whatever that kid's name is, wherever he's at. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys maybe my favorite change in this game. And the reason being, of course, is it's something I've asked for forever. Final Fantasy 13-2 did it it's just insanely well. And this game also implements it very, very well. So in the background, we obviously have the main theme of Final Fantasy VII playing. In Chapter 1, it's the main theme. This one's a little bit more orchestral. I don't know if it changes over time. I'm assuming so. But I want to show you guys what's super cool. So just listen. The dynamic music shift is literally... it generally might be my favorite part of this game. It is something that I'm a massive sucker for. Final Fantasy 13-2 did it really, really well. And just like that, it's back to the regular track. Dynamic music is something that it's something I love so much in games. I just can't explain it. Maybe that's because it's not the 90s anymore where you just have the same battle theme on repeat for 90 hours. So being able to actually go and hear whatever theme you're doing now sped up, or, you know, changed for the circumstances is so awesome. So, yeah, 16 as well, right. I actually like this better than 16's. Maybe that's because I'm more familiar with the tracks. I think that's a nostalgia thing. But it's something that Square's been doing recently, and I love it. But yeah, 16 did it as well, but I just, for whatever reason, I like this better. I think maybe one more nostalgic, and two, it's just more seamless in my eyes. What? I don't even know what to show you guys next. Okay, so this, once again, massive. I think I got to Junon at like maybe 12, 13 hours in. In the original, once again, 15 minutes. And I want to go ahead and show you guys now. There's so much to show. I don't even know where to start. Okay. These are all fast travel points along the map. And there's, like I said, there's stuff I haven't even fully explored yet. So, okay. I'll just go to each of these. When you go to a fast travel point, you can choose whether to go on Chocobo back or by walking. Here you have Mako Springs. These are similar to the ones that you find in the Nibelheim flashback. And you go ahead and collect these for data points, and they give you lore about the locations. For those of you guys that are big fans of the books and all that Final Fantasy VII has to offer, it's really cool to see. This talks about the whole before Crisis lore of Calm and how it was used. And this also answers a lot of questions about how people wondered, how does infrastructure, how does the economy in the world work, and what was the world like pre-Shinra? Specifically in the Junon region, it talks all about the history of their seafaring and mercantilism and that kind of thing. So, super cool. Talks about Mithril. Like, if you're a lore guy like myself, you're going to go through that, and it adds a bunch of stuff that just falls in line with stuff that we've read in the books or the Ultimania, which is pretty cool. There's also towers that function the same as how they do in Breath of the Wild. They fill up parts of the map, and you can see where things are at. These little swords are hunts, or basically hunts. I don't think they're called hunts, but they're hunts. And once you finish up a hunt, the enemy is dead. But whenever you go to the location, you just hold down triangle and you can fight him again. So, just like that, the hunt is back. I'm going to go ahead and play as Red 13. He was not in the original. Something else that's pretty cool that I'll talk about here is the characters in the background are just chilling in the back. And you could come in for some abilities. So this is Red 13. He has this Vengeance mode, which fills as you counter attack. When you do that, then he gets like healing and drain effects from his abilities. As you can see, the combat's a lot more fluid. And the characters, first off, the AI is a lot better, and the characters flow really well, and they'll actually do combos off of each other, and etc. But that's not the only thing that's really cool about the combat. and this is something that aids to this game's replayability and customization, and something the original didn't have that I was really hoping that they would. So once again, there is no hallway in this game. You could maybe argue some of the more story-driven locations, I'll show you guys the Mithril Mine later, are a little bit more hallway simulator-esque, but look at, I could walk in a full 360 direction and go wherever I want while still picking stuff up. In the first game, I couldn't even walk 10 feet without getting locked into a cutscene and then having to go ahead and crawl somewhere, which was an extra 20 minutes. And then you had to go ahead and play the stupid robot hand game. All of it was just padding for the sake of padding. Look at this. I can walk wherever I want. I can go wherever I want and explore the world of Gaia. And it's beautiful. Look at this. This is exactly what I wanted the remake to look like. And obviously we lacked that. So here you guys could also see my complaint of no day-night cycle. The clouds don't move. I mean, even Kingdom Hearts 1 had this. And Fallout 3, I think, was probably the first game that really utilized day-night cycles in like a pretty successful way. From what I remember, I don't think Morrowind or Oblivion had them, but I totally could be wrong. And yeah, this game as it starts is a massive white pill. And something else that's really good is if the writing is bad, as I said earlier, you're locked in the first game because the writing's bad, the story's short, and it's linear. In this, because there's so much stuff to do, even if there's bad writing, it could still be overshadowed by the amount of pure content that you can do. I want to show you guys now something that's really, really cool that is... I didn't even really think of this as something that I would implement, but I, in the original game, complained about how a lot of the characters were very straightforward and there's not a lot of customization. You know, it's like, okay, cool. Tifa raises the stagger gauge. Cloud does damage. Barret can fight from far. Look at this. I don't use Barret in my party because... Oh, I mean, I guess I could. I like Barret, but Red 13 is... really expanded upon in this game. He's genuinely maybe my favorite character so far, which is pretty interesting because he was whatever to me in the original. You could turn Red 13 into a ranged fighter.
Let's do this.
By holding R1, you see that I have these things called synergy skills. X and circle I have set to be defensive synergy skills, and I'll show you an example with Tifa. He has to go ahead and actually hit me first. We'll try that again.
Ready? Not bad. Hit me.
Hit me! Okay. Well...
Ready? Hit me.
Okay. I suck. I'm garbage. So I'll show you guys the offensive ones. So there's offensive and defensive ones. There we go. So as you can see, Red 13 and I just did a joint attack. And even though I'm not controlling him, his ATB gauge just raised. So, conversely, Red 13 is here fighting, right? I could summon him back here and now make him a ranged fighter. These synergy skills are awesome, and each one of them has a different effect. Some of them, if you're Red 13, and they change based off of who you were actually playing as. I actually have not done any with Tifa, so let's try that out. Crazy to think about. We're going to one-tap these guys, but why not try it? So, she has this one with Cloud, which is a gap closer, I guess. And then she has this one, which is like an evasion, and another gap closer. Cool. So, once you go ahead and use enough abilities with either character, you will also unlock finishers called synergy abilities, and those give you increases in stats, either increasing your stagger gauge, decreasing mana cost, or increasing your limit. So, that is that. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys Calm. These right here are, yeah, 100%. She's one of my favorites to play as. These are Every continent has a guardian materia summon. In Calm, it is the Titan, and in Junon, it is the Phoenix, which only makes sense because there is no Fort Condor. Well, there is, actually. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But you can go ahead and find these caves, and inside there's like a little rhythm/memory mini game that you play, and then you can go and fight. When you fight that continent's guardian materia summon, it makes him easier, and when you unlock him, it makes him stronger. And you can find those in here. And then, okay, that's it. So that goes for all the and then these are just excavation spots where you're likely to find better stuff with your chocobo. So let me show you guys Calm. I've mentioned this a million times, especially in my original Final Fantasy VII playthrough. Ahead on Our Way is... I can't explain this song. I can't. It is one of my only music boxes that I own. It is one of my favorite songs in video games. And the reason being is because I don't know whether or not the song is melancholic or whimsical and really uplifting. I love this song and I love Calm. It's one of my favorite locations in all the video games. Maybe it's because Ahead in Our Way is attached to it, or maybe it's because when I first played Final Fantasy VII, I didn't know it was an open world game. So I got to Calm and I was like, wait a minute, there's cities? Calm in this is astounding. Final Fantasy IX was a game that was obviously centered in Europe. If you read reports, they talk about how they pretty much made it while in Spain and in Central Europe. This has the most European feel of almost any village in any game I've ever played. I should note that one of the reasons why I haven't streamed in so long is because I moved back to Europe and I was living there for quite a few months. Search up the German village Mindelheim and look at that compared to how Calm looks, and it's literally almost equivalent. It's stunning. The architecture, everything. They went for a Central European feel, and they got it. You walk down here, and you get a market. I'll walk through all of Calm and show you guys. I didn't know what I was expecting for one of my favorite cities, but they literally blew it out of the park. It's amazing. Something else that I love is there's multiple movements of Ahead on Our Way. This one being the most melancholic. Piano versus more wind instruments. It's amazing. It's genuinely so good. And I'm glad they went with that because it still adds to the mystique of whether or not this is a whimsical or a melancholic song. I would really love to experience Calm at night, and maybe that's why I'm so upset about there not being day-night cycles. But as you saw from those kids jumping in the lake and under Junon, it's vibrant, it's living. Also, sorry if I sound a little congested. I've been very under the weather recently. But it's just... It's living, it's vibrant. So, anyways, I could literally sit here and just walk around for hours. So this game has a version of Triple Triad Tetramaster called Queen's Blood. I'm going to go ahead and play against this opponent here, and I'll show you guys. Team focus on Spain, right, exactly. And I feel like I get that same vibe here. I'm going to show you guys the new Tetramaster Triple Triad and how it works. Also, the conversations are hilarious. Sometimes they attach to more references from the first game or just Final Fantasy in total. I don't like this game, going back to it, as much as I did Triple Triad and Tetramaster, but I will show you guys how this works. So you have a deck of cards you choose. Also, no different than Tetramaster and Triple Triad. This is the best deck I've accomplished so far. It's kind of fits my strategy. You choose a mulligan at the start. I don't like the Moo. I could probably change him out. He's not that good. But I'll mulligan him. You get another draw. Get the Cactar. That's not too bad. So, as you could see, there's little pawn... I'll just call them pawns because that's what they look like. And they're glowing. What these mean is, and you'll see at the top of the left of each card is a pawn total. So that means that you can place the card there. The top right is their score total, and I'll get into what makes that and how that works here in a second. So the highlighted portion, okay, so the white dot is you, right, wherever the card is placed. The yellow adds more to that region. So now, as you can see, because this one is T-shaped, you can go ahead and place it there in the center, and you add up to those. And as you can see, I have one score there over there on the left. So, oh, that's a perfect start. So the top right number is what the power total is. And you get points based off of your power total at the end of the round. I might have just screwed myself out of winning, by the way. I'm trying to think about... Let me think about this real quick. As long as he doesn't put something in the middle and overtake it, then I'm good. Okay, I definitely 100% lost. Not a good example. Let's just go ahead and pretend that I did. Actually, I still might win. We'll play this out. No, I probably will lose. Yeah. So, you can just go ahead and quick restart. That's so embarrassing. I want to show off and I get beat on my first one. I'll go ahead and try again. So, this is basically how this works. You get a lot faster at it once you learn what you're doing, and apparently I still don't know what I'm doing. But hopefully I can do a little better this time around so I can show you guys an actual successful game. What I found to be the best strategy is exactly what the AI is doing in this case, which is just try and blitz to the other side so that way they can't put anything down. I'm trying to think about how I could pull this off here. The Cactar over there in the center will probably be the best bet, although I lose out on the crab, which sucks. Yeah, okay, perfect. So now I blocked him in. Oh, that's a really good card there to put. No one uses that card. Okay. So now I've won this one. So a lot of these cards, like level up their respective cards around them. Zemzalet, prime example of one that does. So Titan is really strong, obviously. He's a 5 cost. So I'll put him in. And then Zemzalet raises it by 3. And I have one more for a 1 cost, which will level up the Cactar. So when the deck is, or the board is full, you just go ahead and end the match, and however many points you have is added up in total. So I'll win 20-7. So that is Queen's Blood. I enjoy it.
No matter the obstacle,
There's a lot of cards, so I'm trying to go in and collect all of them, having fun with it. And there's a decent line of strategy involved there too. So, okay, so that is Calm, that is Under Junon, that is the first mini game. Oh, okay, I'll show you guys folios next. In every town, there is a book icon store. And these are folios. When you go ahead and level up, you unlock SP, and these are those little abilities that I showed you guys earlier. The ones that you can go ahead and do with your partners. So this one right here, for example, gives me move with Tifa. I use Tifa in the party. Well, let's unlock that one. So now I can go ahead and use that power cleave move. Go ahead and see what that one's like. And everyone has their own folios. So here's Red 13's. He only has 5. I can't buy anything. Tifa has 10. Let's see if she has a new move. She does, which is with Red 13. And that one looks really useful, actually. I have Red 13 built up as a tank, and it looks like this is exactly what it does. So it looks like she can go ahead and jump and get back to the back row. And I don't really use Barret or Aerith. So we'll go ahead and buy those later, probably. But now, you just go out into the wild. And oh, everything is destructible as well. And so kicking things around is very interesting. Sometimes have some laughable moments. But yeah, just Calm is so good. Calm is so good. But yeah, search up Mindelheim. You guys will go ahead and see what I'm talking about. So the area surrounding here, where a certain spoiler event takes place, is playing a different rendition of Hollow. I actually like this version a lot. Which also shows there's a lot of diversity in the music as well. Not just every continent has the same Final Fantasy VII main theme playing. And all the items in the said continent are different as well. You could go ahead and take that highway all the way down, but you get blocked off at Midgar, which you can see. If you go up to the highest point in Calm, which is the clock tower, you'll be able to go ahead and see Midgar. But here you can see the infrastructure of the world. I don't even take the chocobo places. I genuinely have just been running around pretty much. So now let's go ahead and try out the new abilities that we got from the folio. Power cleave, triangle. So she lights it on fire and then...
No time to celebrate.
Oh, there you go. That's some big damage. And once again, just a seamless transition from the music being dynamic. So these are the chocobo stops. They function as fast travel points. When you first get here, that sign is knocked down, and then you just pick it up and fast travel unlocked. You could also rest, provided you have a cushion, which looks really weird. But I'll probably show you guys that. Which you can go ahead and obviously get from either buying or crafting them. Those are the towers that I said were like the Breath of the Wild ones. Yeah, there's a bunch of reasons, John. There's a bunch of reasons, and I'm getting into them as I go, but I don't want to go ahead and say that just yet because I haven't seen the story, but this game for me is literally 2 full grades higher, so that's saying something. And a lot of the issues that I have are apparently being addressed in an update coming within the next week or two, so... But as you can see, just the world is so vibrant. I mean, look at... And then you can see Calm. You still can't see Midgar from here, but whatever. It's like Final Fantasy 15 done right. If Final Fantasy 15's open world walks so this game could run. It's just like moments like this were what I wanted. it's just so much better than the first game. When you're stuck in a hallway for 25 hours, the world just looks so good, as you said, and it's just so much stuff to do. There's so much stuff to do. Let me go ahead and show you guys next. See, like I'm literally drawing a blank of even. There's so much stuff to even show you guys. Let's go back to Junon, and I want to show you guys some. Actually, you know what? I want to show you guys the Mithril Mine for no other reason than just to go ahead and show that once again, also fast travel so fast. Fans of the original game, I love this. Actually, might be one of my favorite remixes because I don't even remember what this song is called in the original. I didn't care about it whatsoever. I love the remix of the song. It's a banger. It plays a couple times throughout the game, but the Mithril Mine being the one that comes to mind the most. They have it made up to where it's almost like a archaeology exhibit. You can go ahead and see, and when you first go through here, Red 13 and Barrett kind of tell you the history of the mine, which once again ties into the lore of the universe. Is this a little hallway simulator-y? A little bit, but this segment in the original is too, A, and B, it's not long enough for you to ever feel like it is. There's a lot of stuff that happens. You get to play as Barrett and Red 13. They get separated from the group. So you don't feel like you're stuck in a hallway the entire time. Instead, it feels more like you could explore, and you can. But once again, you can hear the music in the background. It's great. So that is the Mithril Mine. Am I stuck in here now? I shouldn't be. Let's go back to the fast travel point. And I'll show you guys the new Chadley stuff as well. So you can go ahead and develop materia, and he also has a new combat simulator.
Thanks to your I'm excited to see what knowledge awaits us elsewhere.
Inside the combat simulator, he gives you different challenges based off of your bestiary, tutorials, stuff like that. Great place to go ahead and get new materia and kind of level grind if you need to.
Seeing what new discoveries you make in your travels.
So in each continent as well, there's a thing called a proto-relic, which you get by beating a bunch of a series of mini games, and you... Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. I'll get into this in a second. This is such a genre shift. Okay, so you find these proto-relics. You can see them at the bottom left of my screen. And when you do so, you are able to go ahead and find our friend Gilg. He is back and in this game. And yeah, exactly right. He's back. And I love Gilg. I think he's hilarious. And he kind of runs around, stirs stuff up, and then leaves, which is what he's always done. So seeing Gilgamesh back is great. And a great, it's a good addition overall. So each one has a mini game. This one is like, this region was like a sneak around Metal Gear Solid clone. You do that 4 times, you get the Gilg shard, you move on. So you can go to the Mog house and use those Mog medals in order to get different things, accessories and whatnot. I want to go to the Mog world so you guys can see it, but apparently I can't. Oh wait, you! Teleport me! I don't feel like doing the game. It's not that fun. But you go to like a Mog world and you have to catch the little Moglets. This is also the Gold Saucer game. I haven't been to the Gold Saucer yet. I'm so excited to see what that's going to go ahead and entail. let's go back to Junon, and I want to show you guys what the minigame for Junon was. But this does it for the Calm region. Hope you guys have enjoyed my painful telling of everything that I've done so far in these 20 hours.
Spare your legs and catch your eye.
Okay. So, Fort Condor is gone, as mentioned, which I don't know if I like the change. In place of Fort Condor is a minigame, which is just Fort Condor, as well as this, which I'm so... Well, what is this? I was walking through this earlier, I was like, what the hell? There's like an abandoned lighthouse here? There's like balloons, which makes me think I'm at a birthday party, but... And there's a bunch of words in a language I don't speak. So I don't know what this is. I would imagine this is going to be used later on, but you can go ahead and run up here. But this is where Fort Condor was originally on the map, and I don't exactly know what to do here. There's a little Mog. Oh, okay, never mind. She's involved. There's going to be something later. That little rat. But yeah, we'll see what this is. It's just kind of weird. So, let me show you guys the mini game for Junon. Proto Relic 4. I need to go to 1. Proto Relic 1. Okay. So, I unlocked hard mode, so we'll play it on that. See if I'm as good as I think I am. It's Fort Condor. And it teleports you into 1997 with its pixel polygon graphics. So, you could choose who to have in your team. Cloud Tifa seems to be the best. At the top, you could go ahead and see the OST's slapping, by the way. You could go ahead and see the Pokemon effects chart. Oh, so you're capped. In hard mode, you're capped. In non-hard mode, you have infinite amount of troops. They look pretty balanced. I don't know if I should go defense focused or not. Well, let's try this out. If I lose, then it's not my fault. This plays like that Clash Royale game, but I like it. It's genuinely just Fort Condor, but better. So on this right, you can go ahead and see the chart. So they have 2 Shinra troops coming in. So blue beats red. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 tanks up. You can go ahead and see Cloud, who is a tank, has his bar fill up. When that fills up, you can deploy Cloud, and it's 1997 polygon Cloud, and he destroys everything. So it's good to put those guys out early, from what I understand. So I'm going to go ahead and try and build towards that. I probably should have waited a little bit further, but I'll go ahead and put another enforcer behind this one. Green beats blue, so we'll go ahead and put a ranger out once they get a little bit closer. And then we'll put a tank out in front just to make sure he doesn't take the, brunt of the damage. And then we'll put a Vanguard to go ahead and try and catch up, because he'll smoke through those guys. And that'll also give us Tifa points. That side's going to get destroyed, but I have a plan. He's actually doing pretty well. He's kind of holding his own. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put an Elite Enforcer down. Cloud is able to be deployed. We got a ranged guy, so let's go ahead and use an Elite Vanguard. Try and get Tifa up. We're going to take some tower damage right now. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a cleric, 2 clerics down. And we're going to go ahead and deploy 1997 Cloud. Opens up with a limit break, and he just destroys the competition. I'm going to go ahead and place a... Elite Vanguard gives me Tifa, so we're going to go ahead and wait for her because she also is just so strong. And we'll just put him over here. Let's go ahead and deploy Tifa, and now with all of my clerics and all that range damage, I think I should win. I think that should be enough. The old overload one side strategy. It's like Football Manager, but more fast-paced. And just like that, I was worthy to brag about my strategy of how good I am at Fort Condor. If the timer goes out, you lose. It's not done by a best, whoever has done more damage. But so that is Fort Condor. I have no idea what happens if I win in hard mode. Let's see if it gives me anything. Oh, it gives you XP towards the folios. So that is that. And at the bottom left, it gave me 1 of 4. Yeah, it's not... The whole entire thing is small XP, though, because you get it for everything you do in all of these locations. So only 5 isn't a lot, but... I mean, I'd imagine maybe the... Okay, I'll do one more. I feel like I'm going to do all 4, but it's kind of a little bit of a waste of a stream. Let's see. If I fail on this one, I'll go back and do it later. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see here. This is... They're fairly stacked, and those Archfiend guys just deck ya. A Ballista will probably be good here, but I don't know if I want to go defense focused. I'll show you guys Barrett. I don't think I'll win this, by the way. But, hey. I am like almost certain I'm not going to win this, but whatever. Oh. See, he read my overload one side strategy. Let's go ahead and put an elite enforcer down. It'll give us cloud points, and then I'll go ahead and put a ballista down as well. Well, put another... I think Cloud's going to have to come out like as fast as possible. Because we're going to get destroyed. Also, we're going to need to put in a Vanguard too. Shoot. It's not good. Go, Ballista! Fire! Thank you. My front line's going to get shot up. So that's that little wolf guy. He just charges. Okay, so now we got some more on the left side here. If I can defend this, I'm going to count that as a win. Because they run out of units, so... I count that as a massive win. Let's go ahead and put an elite enforcer down. Go ahead and give us cloud points. And then I'll put some rangers down too for Barrett points. And then I'll put another ballista down. My same strategy is still going to be in effect here, by the way. I'm just going to go for the blitz strategy, which has been my most effective so far. I do need to go ahead and put down a couple more rangers for that to work, because we're going to go ahead and need Barrett. I need to go ahead and put down an elite Vanguard. You know what? Cloud's going to have to... No, he's going to get one shot by the cutter! This is where the difficulty comes in. Put the cleric down after that. Oh man. Okay. Those cutters are going to have to go down. Let's go ahead and put another ranger. This is going to be very close. I don't know if I'm going to pull this one off. Cloud does LB, so I'm hoping this will one-tap. Oh, okay. Yeah, one-tapped one of them. That is some massive damage there. Let's go ahead and put another cleric down. Go, Cloud, go! And then on this side, let's go ahead and put a ranger down to get Barrett. Barrett, go in! Go, Barrett, go! Let's put a ballista down. Go! Go! You got 45 seconds. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull it off. All right. So yeah, Fort Condor is sick. I like it a lot. It's definitely kind of weird to not see it in its entirety, but the little mini game does kind of make up for it because it's really, really fun. I would love to see them play that online, by the way. Like, I'd love to go against people. So you also have snapshot points. Why can I not fast travel? Okay. Which you just have to open up photo mode. I might have to pull out the chocobo here. Because... oh, that chocobo stop's locked. I guess I never did it. Okay. Right. So I have no idea how that's going to work, but I will preface by saying that Red 13 does talk about Fort Condor in passing. Oh, here's what you do with the chocobo stops. Literally, it's on the ground. Pick it up, and you can fast travel there now. And this little guy gets all happy. Everyone's happy. So, Red 13 does talk about Fort Condor existing. I guess you just can't go there yet? He does say it's off the coast, quote unquote, so maybe when you get the tiny Bronco, you can go ahead and go. I don't know yet. That's a really good question because, like you said, it is pretty pivotal to the plot, so we'll see what they end up doing with it. Something I do love, though, is like literally anything is explorable. Like, yeah. Well, I don't know. Who even knows what's going to go ahead and happen? With this development team, they're very scared to kill off any characters. Everyone in Square now is scared of this idea of permadeath, save Yoshi P and Yasumi Matsuno. So, I don't know. I'm expecting the third part. Maybe everyone's just going to hold hands and sing together. So, we'll see. Let's go ahead and get the side quest done with the photo mode. And then I'll go ahead and do a main story quest, and then we're going to go ahead and call it night. Literally all you do, open photo mode. It wants to flex to how pretty it looks. Right. Yeah, Tabata is probably my favorite director, but he's been long gone from Square, from my understanding. If I'm wrong on that, I would love to let me know, but I didn't actually take a photo. You just have to open photo mode. And you get back to the picture, the Instagram influencer, and then you get points, which he's always in the main city. So let's go ahead and get back to... I'll go ahead and actually show you guys the walk to Under Junon, because it's pretty cool. Yeah, which massive mistake in my mind. And from my understanding, they also don't like each other, which would make sense because they're kind of on the polar end opposites of writing. But I trust his writing. Maybe not his gameplay, but his writing, I think, is some of the best the series has had to offer in terms of emotional moments and character development. Big fan of Tabata, and I hope he's doing well, although he'll totally probably be forever soured with the company. But hey, people thought the same about Matsuno, and he's kind of directly come back, and it's been pretty instrumental in the Tactics Ogre remake, which was incredible. And so, yeah, and that was also CBU3, from my understanding. So, we'll see. But here's the walk to Under Junon. Just like I said, everything's destructible. Yeah. Right. Right. He peaked, in my opinion, when he wasn't doing any of the writing. He makes things convoluted, like it's not. It's very easy for him to make things very convoluted. Okay, so let's talk about what happens in the original. I don't know what's going to happen. I skipped all the cutscenes in the demo, so... In the original, you sleep. And then you wake up to Mr. Dolphin, if I remember correctly, getting eaten by the Terror of the Deep, and then the welcoming parade starts. Or you get there immediately, Mr. Dolphin gets eaten, and then... I don't remember the order. Oh, whatever. I've done everything here. I've done all the side quests. I've done... What? What is there? I can't play against the final guy for whatever reason, because he's locked. So, we're going to go ahead and turn in, quote.
Hello there. Room for one.
Okay.
Please, help!
So, okay. Mr. Dolphin gets eaten, and then you go to sleep, and then the welcoming parade starts. That's right. Okay. So...
You're some kind of fighter, aren't you? That was Priscilla. And from the sound of it, she needs a tough guy like you to lend a hand.
We gotta go! Now! There's a monster attacking the boat!
This is that song, I can't think of what it's called. Hurry, I think. I like the remake.
Quickly, please!
Well, he's not attacking Mr. Dolphin? Oh. This is a new way for her to be introduced.
Anybody! Help!
Well, I guess there's no Forrest, so... And she's no longer an optional character, so... They had to make her... They had to make her, available somehow. She's just DOA.
I taste terrible!
Mr. Dolphin!
Yuffie! Grab his fin and hold on tight!
How does she know her name? No! Somebody save Mr. Dolphin.
Hey, we're coming!
Hey, Shinra's most wanted. Get rid of that thing.
Say what?
Barrett, focus.
Get its attention.
On it!
They just exchanged one miner out for the other.
Come on.
Alright. Let's see what we got. That was seamless.
You're up. Let's go.
Coming.
Now. With me. Come on.
Okay, so we're gonna have to stay back. What is... Oh, that's that move that locks you in. Hey, what does that move do from the bodyguard move? I want to try it. Oh, he literally blocks it. That's cool, which probably fills his vengeance mode. God, that's really sick. Okay, sick.
My turn.
Alright, let's go ahead and use this S, figure out what we're going up against. Lightning. Please tell me I have somebody using Thunder, by the way. No, it's not. And I'll explain the combos and how that works too. You will see those little bars at the bottom. So look at the names. I don't want to die, so I'm pausing it. Look at the names, and under it you'll see a little bar or like little marks. Every time I use an ability, those fill up, and that's how you're able to use synergy abilities, and I'll go ahead and pull one off this fight. Depending on who. We'll find out. Okay, so range is going to be the way to go, so I'm just going to stay back and use my Red 13 range ability. Who has Thunder?
With me. Now. Do it.
Got you.
That's it.
Oh, that's how we do it. All right. Who has thunder though? Firebolt. Okay, we'll just do this.
No more games. It's over.
It's over.
Nice. No! Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to go ahead and break that. I think with the original you use magic. Let's he has thunder, okay, perfect. Oh, okay, not perfect.
Spells will get the job done quicker.
We know, Tifa, we need to use magic. Oh! Look at that dodge, baby!
Chill out.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go ahead and go back to Cloud, just... Woo! Alright. Actually, let's go back to... Can Red 13 do that? No, he can't. We need Red 13 because he has our lightning, so... And I don't even have it. Is he weak to... He's immune to bio? Why can I not... Is he not immune to bio? He is not! Okay, that might be a good one to throw on him. We'll use Thunder to pressure him, and... Yeah, as you guys can see, everyone's bars are filling up. Let's go ahead and use a Firebolt Blade twice. And Tifa, if we can get him to stagger... Oh, baby! Alright. No, 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 no! I used that way too early. Let's try again. Now we're going to go ahead and use this synergy ability, which, as you can see, increases stagger. Look at this. Perfection. Enter the cinematic shift. Alright, let's see what we got. We got another phase.
It's right after us.
Oh, shoot.
You're gonna feel this one.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I got this.
Oh!
Ready? Say no more. You're up. Ready?
We're gonna have to really kind of stay ranged.
Ready?
Okay, okay. Actually, I could probably go in here. Let's use a gap closer. Big dodge. Let's go ahead and get Red 13. Do I have Ramu? Phoenix? I think Cloud has Ramu. Woo! Alright, we're gonna win this one easy. Where are you at?
You're up.
We're almost ready for a synergy ability as well. Actually, we are with Red 13, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't remember what his is called, but... Oh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and use Thunder on... Maybe he'll drop Cloud. He does. Perfect. Okay. So now let's go ahead and use... let's dodge that. Oh, Tifa's down. It's okay, it's okay. We're going to go ahead and use Savage Assault, which increases Limit Break. Perfect. Sorry, Tifa. We'll come back for you. Not enough. Maybe... Does Red 13 have magic? Yeah, okay, perfect. Perfect, Tifa's back. Alright.
With me.
Oh, wrong move, wrong move!
Ready? Do it.
With ya.
With me. Ready?
Wrong button. This was going so good so far. Pressured! Alright. Oh, that's not good. Whoa, Ramu! Alright, let's finish this off with a limit break.
Gotta give it my all. Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, the assist from Mr. Dolphin. Honestly, I'm impressed. I don't think I'm good at this game. Yeah, Mr. Dolphin's gonna celebrate with us.
Come on. I don't think she's breathing.
Hey, I need help over here.
Oh, they actually are gonna. Are they really gonna switch it with Yuffie? No way. There's no way they're gonna do the CPR minigame with Yuffie. Cloud, you're swimming so slow. Shouldn't your definite soldier training have taught you CPR? Are they actually gonna switch it with Yuffie?
God, she's so cold.
Please give me the long meter.
We need to get her breathing again. Don't just stand there. Help me.
Give us the meter.
You're on test instructions.
Give us the meter.
Now, start.
Oh, I guess not. No meter this time, boys.
You picked the wrong girl, creep. What?
Those guys there are from the Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell?
This is from the
They
DLC.
used to be with Avalanche, but left after a policy dispute.
Easy. They're guests of mine.
Do
This
do
one was trying to
do
save
do
my
do do do.
He was? Nice going, Yuffie. Call the guy a creep, why don't ya? You big moron. Dum, 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 dum.
Okay, Yuffie. Let's get you inside. You've had a rough day.
I'm interested to see how she knows the town.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
She's energetic and spunky.
These days, I swear.
Now.
Who is that?
Another one of my guests. I seem to get a lot of them when the world's on fire.
And just like that cutscene, back to gameplay. Alrighty, I think this is a good stopping point for today. I don't know how much of the rest of the game I'm going to go ahead and stream, but I will, for a fact, go ahead and post a review, whether I'm backlogged or regularly.
You guys, those were some fancy
Probably
moves.
both. So, as you can see, right now I'm at like a, I said 9.6 earlier. That is provided that the performance mode, some of the graphics glitches and shadows get fixed. It'll go up to probably 9.5, 9.6. So, yeah, it fixes a lot of the problems I had in the first game. And, you know, the story is the big question mark, as the comments are rightfully bringing up. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and spending this last hour with me, and I'll catch you guys out on the flip side. Hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully you've enjoyed my little dissertation of what I had to say of my original first game experience, as well as seeing some of the changes that they've made so far. I'll leave you guys with one question. I don't know if Red 13 is like a Charmander, because from my understanding, his tail can't get wet. Oh, his tail's got wet! Is he gonna die? Okay, he's fine. Well, alright. Final Fantasy lore question answered. That's a good way to end the stream. I genuinely thought if his tail flame ran out, you'd die like Charmander. Alright, well, have a good one, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys out on the flip side.